What? Did you think I was gone forever?
Game Trailers. 2011 Game of the Year Awards. Game of the Year.
While the major consoles are beginning to show their age, the byproduct has been a steady stream of quality software that makes selecting nominees and a winner in this category one of the most challenging in recent memory. Most of the following games have played strong roles, but there can only be one Game of the Year, and to lock down this distinction in 2011, you better bring the full package.
And the nominees are...
Heads or tails, kitty cat?
Which one lets me out of here alive?
Batman: Arkham City.
Rocksteady has already proven that superhero games can transcend licensed schlock with Arkham Asylum, and now Batman's world is cracked open with the stunning and cunning Arkham City. Building on an incredible foundation, the added latitude in how you tackle the campaign is a welcome respite from the typical checkpoint-laden experience, and with an exhaustive cast of villains, grit, and creativity that do the license a favor, and all the gear and abilities that typify the Dark Knight, fighting crime should never be this fun.
Let's start with getting your ass kicked 101.
Even now, there are only embers.
Dark Souls.
This Dark Horse candidate has left a long-lasting impression on the Game Trailer's editorial staff with its punishing, yet rewarding gameplay, mind-blowing depth, fully realized universe, and incredibly innovative multiplayer functionality. Perhaps most important is the sense of foreboding and overall atmosphere that this game pervades. It's not necessarily for everyone, but it's unlike any other game released in 2011 and hits a sweet spot with us.
The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim.
If you've jumped on Xbox Live or PSN over the past weeks, it's impossible to ignore the domination of Skyrim across your friends list. With a role-playing game this vast, it won't be surprising if your online roll call looks very similar months from now. With almost unlimited flexibility in how you absorb its world and experiences, no two players finish it the same way, and the world that has been summoned is so alive with interesting locations, characters, and enemies that you may never want to leave. It's the modern Western RPG polished to a fine sheen.
And when the truth finally dawns, it dawns in fire.
Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception.
Those who dream by night, in the dusty recesses of their minds, wake in the day to find that it was vanity.
Drake's latest adventure keeps it classy by pulling back on gregariousness and replacing it with subtlety. One of the most introspective stories we've experienced in years is fleshed out by a near-perfect mix of shooting, puzzles, and platforming, and those mind-blowing moments only a few franchises seem to provide. And that's not to mention the eye-searing visuals and exhaustive multiplayer options.
I'm not trying to prove anything.
Right.
The Witcher 2: Assassins of Kings.
You have failed me!
In what is sure to be another surprise, we found ourselves bewitched by this incredible RPG, long after the last sword has been swung. This is one of the few games in 2011 that advertises a branching story and then legitimately delivers it, along with a combat system filled with nuance and challenge. It's not friendly to underpowered machines, but if you have a decent rig, it's a stone-cold stunner, filled with moral ambiguity that still has us second-guessing our decisions months later.
I need to hear how this story ends.
With the strength of lords, they challenge the dragons.
But there's one they fear. In their tongue, he's Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
Yeah, but this time we have the upper hand. If you let these bastards win, after this...
If you try anything, I'm taking you down too.
Any last requests? There's no way I'm letting them win.
Shame or a witcher's sword?
And the GameTrailers.com 2011 Game of the Year is Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception.
Seriously? Don't flatter yourself.
Think you can handle that?
I think she's talking to you.
While most of these nominees provide a lot of bang for the buck, none compare to the everlasting value of the third Uncharted. The multiplayer and co-op options have few equals, and when you factor this into the peerless quality that permeates the rest of the game, Drake's Deception becomes the obvious choice. They say the third time's the charm, and just about every element of this franchise shines the brightest in this installment. When you're talking about a pedigree as strong as this, that's quite a statement. With something for virtually every taste in games, an intelligent plot, and unparalleled production values, Uncharted 3 is the total package, making it our Game of the Year for 2011.
I'm not taking my eyes off of you.